All right, I've had my Segway ZT3 for a few days. Been riding around the neighborhood, having a blast with it. But finally got it out on a trail this weekend, and just wanted to share some video, give you a little firsthand point of view and my impressions of it overall. I've had a Segway, the 9-bot, not the G2, but the regular one, non-suspension for about 3 years. So this is my first time riding a scooter with suspension, and I mean, overall, I'm loving it. I know there's ones out there that cost 3 times as much with hydraulic and hydraulic suspension and brakes and all that, but for me, this is a huge improvement over my 9-bot, both in power and ride quality and just overall build. I mean, the unit's just really well constructed. I love the display, the controls, turn signals, and a little wider handlebars. It's a substantial scooter, feels solid, and riding stuff like this is easy for it. I mean, it's got plenty of suspension travel for bumpy paths and things like that. But wanted to get it up on some actual mountain biking trails. This is near my house. This is a trail that's got a maximum 24% grade, and this scooter did great. I had no issues with power. I seriously had no problem climbing all the hills. If you're on a hill and you're trying to start from a standing point, you're going to have a little bit of an issue, but as long as you keep your momentum up, this thing, I mean, it just ate the hills up. And this isn't the craziest trail, but it had plenty of rocks and ruts, and it was comfortable to ride. It didn't beat me up. It felt really good. Handlebars are wide enough to give you good control, but they're not going to get you pinched in a trail. You're not going to get hitting trees and having to squeeze through points. Brakes were great. Some people have complained about a clunk from the rear suspension. I guess I might have heard it a couple times. It didn't bother me in the least. I couldn't care less about it didn't affect the quality of the ride at all. And tires had good traction. A couple times, I got a little slippage when I was climbing some steeper hills. But one thing I did learn early on is turn off your traction control, because it will kind of cut out as you're going through any kind of loose terrain, and you lose power, and it just didn't. I didn't like it, so I just turned off traction control completely. I rode about 6 miles, and this is 50% of it was uphill and steep, so I used a ton of power on this. After 6 miles, I think when I came back, it was like 49% battery remaining. So theoretically a 12-mile range in this kind of conditions. But again, I was climbing a lot of hills and using full power to do that. So I suspect it would be closer to 20 miles if you're not in just crazy terrain climbing constantly. But yeah, my overall impression of this scooter, like I said, it's my first off-road scooter. I love it. I mean, it's perfect for. It's fun, man. Perfect for the kind of riding I do. And I'm not some extreme, crazy guy. I'm too old to be doing that kind of stuff. But it's a comfortable scooter. How's it going?
That light is blinding.
And the other guy complained about my headlight, but yeah, it's a comfortable scooter. Doesn't wear you out. Compared to riding my old 9-bot on just even slightly rough trails, that thing just beats you up. This is great. I mean, I rode for the better part of an hour and felt really good. So I'm looking forward to putting a lot of miles on it. Both in urban environments and trails. I'll bring this camping with me, and I mean, it's going to let me explore. And yeah, man, no regrets. Love it. So I'm just going to let you watch some of this footage. Well, before I let you watch some footage, I will say easy enough to pick this thing up and get it over obstructions. So not a big deal. I think it weighs what, 60 pounds, something like that. So this is all downhill at this point, and I did use the app to look at the battery to see if the regen actually did anything. I think it went up like 1% on coming down this grade, so it's not a huge factor for charging your rig, and I have it set for the highest regen mode. And it was starting to get windy and thunder and rain here, so I was returning to base. But yeah, man, I love the scooter. I'm sure if I rode a $4,000 tricked out dual motor rig, I'd probably prefer that, but I can't justify spending that kind of money for the kind of recreation that I'm going to use these for. So I'm super pleased with it. Anyhow, I hope you liked the video. No need to like, subscribe, thumbs up, or any of that stuff. Just glad you watched it, and hopefully it was helpful. Absolutely no regrets. I love this scooter. So thanks for watching, man.